Close.
I love just the emotion that comes through with really pretty guitar parts, but then accented with really heavy parts as well. And I think the combination of heavy and pretty, it creates this like emotional heavy experience where the music is, yeah, it's probably like one of the biggest things about the process is that me and Taylor weren't like in a room together at all writing this stuff. Like it was really just doing our parts and our own individual process alone.
I'm Jordan, and I'm a record producer, engineer, overall nerd guy here at Oodalali Recordings. And for all of those who don't know what Oodalali is, it's from the Robin Hood, the Disney Robin Hood, the only Robin Hood with the foxes. And it's kind of like a 40s and 50s way of saying like hot damn.
Yeah, boy, that's it.
So this time around, I've definitely like upped my gear, my knowledge. I think I have about like 30 records under my belt now. And it's just kind of like a whole new world. Sorry to quote Aladdin. And I think too that like, you know, Joel's gotten better at writing songs. Taylor's gotten better at writing songs. Colton Douglas or C. Dougie or Dougie or Robin Tug Doug.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, as everyone calls him. Yeah, he's definitely like assistant engineer and assistant producer too. He's I trust him as like my right hand. He's been with me now for I guess like a year and a half, and he's overseen like a ton of projects. He's an amazing engineer, amazing guitar engineer guy. Like he just can hear parts so much differently than I sometimes hear them.
Why not?
There you go.
It's beautiful, man. I didn't know Dougie put that in there. Well, Joel's always been amazing to track. I could never fathom ever writing something like that, nor could I fathom playing them. He's just got that like skill that you can't teach. It's like he just had it from the day he was born. You're buying it ever too.
That's valid.
So, welcome to the East of Van Dan Shit Show. Once again, it's Dan, the one and only. Please welcome Cliffside.
Thank you for having us.
How's it going, Taylor?
It's going really well. Tour has been great so far, and we're really excited to be here on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Not your first time in Nanaimo?
For us as a band, it is actually, but I mean, I've been out here a couple times, just myself personally, and I love it out here.
Yeah? Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, first time in Nanaimo, I believe. I've been to the island before, but yeah, super stoked to be here.
Cool. And you're from Kelowna?
Yeah, I live in Kelowna, BC, pretty much my whole life.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you are from...
Vancouver.
Yeah?
Originally Medicine Hat, Alberta, but I'm living in Vancouver now, yeah.
Nice. My former stomping ground.
Medicine Hat, Alberta?
No, Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, wow, small world.
Yeah, I lived there for about 8 years or so.
Cool.
Off and on.
Sweet deal.
So tell us, take us back from the beginning. How did Cliffside originate?
Yeah, so Cliffside was born and bred in Kelowna. I used to live in Kelowna as well. Joel and I met through some mutual friends, which was fun, and we started writing music. We weren't even really sure what we were going to do with it. We were just writing to write. he had just sort of exited a band that he was in. I wasn't in a band, but I wanted to get into it. This is my first project, and we kind of just sat down, had a coffee, and really connected on that artistic, creative, even on like a spiritual level, which was really cool. And from there, we just kind of bounced some song ideas back and forth, and all of a sudden we had I think we had 6 songs, but only 5 made the EP. And we released things, and we just threw it out there.
Is Forever on that EP?
No, so Forever is on the first, or I guess the lengthy, or the LP.
Oh, okay.
And we have an EP that we released in 2019 called Wilderness, and we started writing that in 2017.
Oh, nice.
So this is sort of like the whole Wilderness conception of it.
Yeah.
So we did some writing with Wilderness. I don't know, did I miss anything? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and then gradually we brought on Ben, our bass player, and we recently just added Nathan, our new drummer, to the mix.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's been great.
Where's he from?
Nathan, I mean, he's from everywhere. It feels like he lived in Newfoundland. He lived in Medicine Hat for a while, which was a small world. We didn't even know that until we started talking. But he is living in Vancouver now, and Ben used to live in Vancouver, which is where we met him, but he has moved out to the Calgary area.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cliffside, where'd you get the name from?
Funny story. It's not that funny. We're trying to think of names that were original, that sort of represented what we were about as a band. We initially wanted to pay homage to where the band was created, which is Kelowna.
Yep.
We were thinking of calling the band Lakeside to start, but
That name was taken?
no, the name wasn't taken, actually, surprisingly. But there in Medicine Hat, there's a cattle processing plant called Lakeside Packers, and it was I don't know, it didn't feel appropriate. It felt like it was too. All it reminded me of was cattle getting killed and whatever. So,
Yeah.
So we wanted to try something different. I was like, well, what about Cliffside? And we looked it up. It was available. And I mean, if you know Kelowna, there's tons of cliffs there. But I think from outside of the like surface level of the name, for us diving into this, and even for myself, we kind of, and there's a song on the EP called Wilderness that talks about sort of like jumping off a cliff and taking a leap of faith. Doing a music project is always tense, and vulnerability is stressful for other people to see. And for us, it kind of felt like we were just jumping off this cliff. It was sort of like a leap of faith, and we were hoping that it was going to work out. And so far, it has, which has been great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where did you say you were from, like, originally again?
Originally from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 33.
33.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I look a little younger, but
Yeah.
33.
No, you look great.
Thanks, man.
You don't look so bad yourself.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Kelowna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was born in Toronto.
Oh, yeah? What was
but-
the adolescent high school years for you?
Like, what were they like?
Yeah.
They were good. I was really into sports.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of basketball throughout middle school and high school. But then music kind of took over. I find like I pour just into one thing at a time, and music was just like, what I poured all my time into, and kind of, I guess took my time away from basketball and sports in general, and just spent a lot of time writing music in my room. I didn't really party much or go to parties in high school, and I just wanted to write music. So stuck in my parents' basement throughout high school, writing songs, and
Yeah. Who are your influences?
I love Era. I really love Era. They're probably one of the biggest influences. MCR, Love My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
The Black Parade is such a great record from beginning to end. I love everything about it. Probably those are top two, I'd have to say.
Yeah, you guys kind of gave out like a little bit of like Devil Wears Prada a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That's
true.
Yeah. So how many dates on the tour?
We got, so we're doing 11 days,
Yep.
but 10 shows. So 10 shows in 11 days. We go like 4 shows, day off, and then 6 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys played Port Alberni last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Rainbow Room?
Yeah.
Nice. How was the
yeah.
crowd?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, first show of the tour. Meeting all the bands. We're touring with another band, Hawking. So we got to meet up with them, and yeah, the vibes were great. The openers, Ender, played a killer set, and it was really fun for a show, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long
Yeah.
were your guys' set?
Our set's 40 minutes.
Oh,
like,
nice.
On the dot.
Last night or tonight?
Every night.
Every night,
Yeah,
same?
yeah, 40 minutes
Okay.
on the dot. We planned it.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice,
that's
nice.
exactly how long
Yeah.
we have.
It's good to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, now, Taylor,
Yes.
how was your adolescent years?
Oh no.
Were
My
they
adolescent
bad?
No, they
Not
were
as bad
fine.
as mine.
No, they were fine. They're fine. Adolescent years were good. In high school, I guess music was always a part of my life. I did piano when I was younger. I did guitar. I did the alto saxophone
Oh,
in
sweet.
middle school. Yeah,
Nice.
which apparently everyone did because our whole band was like probably 70% alto saxophones.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that was a pretty crazy Pirates of the Caribbean song. Yeah, I think it's interesting because I'm not really doing any instruments right now except for my voice. Like that's what I'm doing now. But I really started getting into heavy music in the space of like I guess end of high school.
Yeah.
I started with Avenged Sevenfold and or Census Fail, Thrice. I was into that in grade 9. Alexis on Fire.
Oh, dude.
Oh, 100%. Like
Yeah.
I think Accidents or whatever record that is on. I think
Watch out.
Watch Out, yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a killer record. Thrice, Artist in the Ambulance, like that's my stomping ground. So I kind of have this post-hardcore or would that be what it's called?
Post-hardcore, yeah. It's a subgenre of a subgenre.
Yeah, sort of like that. There's so many now, but
Yeah.
to me, it's just music. But yeah, I remember sort of like the big wake up call for specifically metalcore for me was August Burns Red.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, their Constellations album was.
I think the Rickshaw in Vancouver.
Yeah.
I saw them, yeah.
Yeah, oh, I mean that would have been a killer show. I saw them at the Starlight in Edmonton. I was going to university up there, and I just saw them doing it, and I had this moment for myself. I was like, if I ever get to do that someday, that would be amazing.
Mhm.
And mind you, we're not playing shows that crazy yet, but we're working towards it, and it feels like you can just reach out and grasp it, which is pretty cool. So it's been a dream of mine. I started screaming pretty much since I guess I've been screaming and doing vocals since I was like 14 or 15, and I'm 33 now, so like well over half my life. Yeah, and I guess recent influences, because you asked Joel that question, right?
Yeah.
For myself, I've been really digging Polaris. I don't know if you know that band.
Maybe.
They're from Australia.
Okay.
But I, as a vocalist, you always kind of listen for the vocals that you're really stoked on. Just like Joel, he probably listens to like the guitar that he's really hyped with there, and obviously Jesse's vocals too. But era, I would say a little bit of Architects with Sam Carter, really inspired by him. But now I find myself, and this is something that we kind of go through in the band. Joel is a little bit more melodic focused
Yeah.
with this stuff, and
Oh,
really
yeah, for
inspired
sure.
by
I hear
the
that.
melodic.
Yeah.
And I am sort of like the tipping the scales of balance of the heaviness. And
Yeah.
I really like. I love heavy music, like heavy music, but I also love melodic music too.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's
It's a
kind
great
of
dynamic.
yeah. I think it gives a lot of dynamics to the project too. When we were tracking Deeper Water, Jordan Chase, who is our producer and I guess formerly Secret and Whisper, even though they might still be doing stuff, I'm not sure. Or Stutterfly, Shreddy Krueger. He really highlighted that contrast for us, and we had seen it sort of as a point of difference between us, but actually it's maybe one of our greatest strengths. like the knowledge of the heavy with the knowledge of the melodic, and blending that two together can create a really good dynamic. You have a record that's fully heavy, it can kind of get boring. You have a record that's fully melodic, that can get boring too. So having a really good balance and a flow, and kind of keeping people guessing as to what your range is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Have to ask this. To keep up with your vocals,
Yeah.
do you have a teacher? Like, do you like
So
go
I
in every?
follow the Extreme Vocal Institute
Okay.
online. Mainly self-taught though. So it's been over years and years of just tuning the instrument. Messed up a lot when I was younger.
Mhm.
Even messed up a lot like at the very beginning of the band. I remember doing shows and just over projecting and being able to do like one or two shows, and then I'd feel fried. Now I've got like an extensive warm-up routine. I'm dry on tour, so I'm not drinking any alcohol or anything like that. Cooling down after the set for 6 minutes. I've got this vocal nebulizer. I maybe take it too seriously, but
You should, because
it's tough. It kind of feels like, as a vocalist, your biggest stress point is your instrument itself, and sometimes things are outside of your control. A week before we started tour, I'm pretty sure I had COVID, and I almost lost my voice entirely, which was pretty stressful. But knowing that, I just took vocal rest. I didn't really speak very much for a couple days, and went to bed super early, got as much sleep as I could, drank lots of water, and I can speak, which is good. So
that's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I caught COVID for the first time about 3-ish months ago. Yeah, I went into a rehab for my drinking problems, amongst other things. And yeah, first weekend, like within the first 3 days, boom, tested positive, and I had to go like isolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No,
was
it's
it
not.
hard for, like, was it a pretty big hit for you? Like the COVID?
It was just like how so? Like, what do you mean?
I just mean like
Just
in your
like
body.
illness,
Yeah.
my body.
Yeah.
Like sores, aches, pains, just
Yeah.
like a basic cold. First day sucked. After that, it was
Mhm.
just kind of like a normal.
Yeah.
It just goes away.
It softened
mean-
a little bit. I've had it twice now, and this time was definitely better, but it like hit me right in the voice box.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like that happen. Probably because I was practicing a lot, which is good. You got to practice. But yeah, I seem to be doing fine now.
Yeah. If you happen to be passing through Vancouver, BC, please stop by Whiskey Six Barbecue. Hands down, #1 ribs ever. That's Whiskey Six Barbecue, located in Vancouver, BC. Be there or be square, baby. What's the set list going to be tonight? Time.
Yeah, so the set list, we got 40-minute set list.
Yeah.
And it's basically, I'd say 80% off our new record, Deeper Water. 80% of the songs are off that, and then we've got a couple from our EP as well. But we're really trying to play a lot of the Deeper Water songs.
Yeah.
But throw in a couple of the old EP songs as well.
Where did he record Deeper Water?
That was with Jordan Chase in Kelowna.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kelowna. What's
yeah.
the studio?
Yeah, Oodalali Recordings.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice. Have you guys recorded in Vancouver?
Not yet. No, we've done everything with Jordan in Kelowna.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
Well, if you ever record in Vancouver, I highly recommend Sub Social Studios in Brighton. If you're watching this, that is a plug.
Sweet.
Yeah. No, I really dig Forever. What's that off of?
That's Deeper Water.
Deeper Water. Yeah, I really dig it. Right
Thank
on.
you. Yeah, appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So, as far as writing goes, like, is it like a group effort usually, or is it how does that
Yeah,
work?
so Joel takes on a lot of the foundational instrumental work when it comes to it, like dynamics, riffs. He will program sort of like generalized MIDI drums for Nathan, our drummer, to go in and put his own flair on it. Same thing with Ben. He'll go and throw his flair on like a MIDI bass riff or something like that. But primarily Joel is the lead instrumental songwriter. Joel will also write some choruses when it comes to melodies with vocals because he sings them. And then what I'll do is I'll take for at least the songs with choruses that he's writing. I'll ask him about it. We'll dive into it together, and then I'll write sort of the outside lyrics of the chorus. And then there are some songs where it's just all me vocally. We just take the songs, and go with it from there. I send it to Joel. I'm like, hey, do you think this is cool? Most of the time, he's like, yeah, this is really cool.
So you guys recorded in Kelowna. What was the studio again?
Good lolly. Recordings. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a musician in my own right.
Nice.
Yeah, hence there's a bit of music lingo.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded at Blue Light Studios, Subsocial Studios.
Amazing.
Have you recorded like outside of Cliffside? Have you like recorded with anyone else?
No, we've just been straight up with Jordan every single time.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh.
And this is my first project. I think this is your second that you've tracked or recorded, I guess?
Yeah. I was in another band years ago, like 2015 through 2017, and we just kind of did it at our bass player's house. So he did it all for us.
Oh,
And
sweet.
it was kind of like,
That's handy.
yeah, he did a great job, and it was kind of just us and his house recording.
Nice.
A home studio. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long has Cliffside been a band?
Since 2017, I think. So what's that now? That's like
2017.
yeah. Oh my
Wow.
goodness, like 7 years, I guess.
Way before March lockdown.
Yeah.
It was 5.
We lost a
Just
bit of
over
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. The like whole COVID thing feels like it just time warped everything. But yeah, I guess it's been 7 years now. We started 2017. Did an EP, did a record.
Nice.
It still feels like we're a young band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still does. Like
Mhm.
we'd be coming up on, say, like our second record or something like that right now, but it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, COVID took away like 2 or 3, but honestly, I'm okay with it. Everything's gonna happen in its own timeline, and it's also exciting because like we are still young. Like when you think about bands like August Burns Red or say Wage War, like their second record, like whoa, let's go. That's where things are really starting to pick up heat. So I think for us, we got a lot to look forward to, even though it's been a little bit of a longer haul to get here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what's how many shows are left on the tour?
9, including tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. After tonight, you go to where?
Victoria.
Victoria.
We play Lucky Bar.
Oh, Lucky Bar.
Victoria.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, seen like Bison BC.
Cool.
I saw them there. Again, I've had my fair share of drinking problems in the past, so I've probably been there, but on many other occasions, just have not fucking remembered.
Hey, that's fair.
It's all
No
good.
judgment, man. No
Yeah.
judgment.
It's all good.
No. Have you guys played the Rickshaw in Vancouver?
No, we
so-
haven't played the Rickshaw yet.
Yeah.
We'd love to, though. It's
Yeah.
a sweet
It's a
venue.
cool venue.
Yeah, it's good. A lot of metal bands and such go
Yeah.
there. I saw
Yeah.
Double Wars Prada there. Saw Double Driver there.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Nice.
pretty good.
Sick.
So who's on tour with you at the moment?
Yeah, right now we got Hawking on tour with us. It's a co-headliner tour, so we're
Yeah.
kind of
Kind of switch each night.
switching
Yeah.
each night.
Oh, nice.
We both have the same length of a set list,
Mhm.
so you're kind of getting 2 like 80% headline shows, if that makes sense, as opposed to one band just playing for over an hour. We've got 2 bands playing for 40 minutes each, and it's kind of a little bit of a mystery for people who they're gonna get
Nice.
headlining that night. But either way, it's a great show.
Do you guys remember your guys' like first show?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How was it? Did you guys bomb? Be honest.
I don't know. Did we bomb? I don't think so.
I didn't
I
feel
think
like it. I hope not.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it felt really good, to be honest. Yeah, I felt like really good first show. We had a lot of fun. Maybe we bombed, but I don't know. It was just fun.
How long did it take, like between like getting together like forming a band, getting into like your comfort zone, and then going out to perform? How long did that take?
Like for our first show.
Yeah.
Very first show, I think we took like 2 or 3 days to practice, and then that was it. And then
Oh, really?
we just played. Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah, like we all kind of knew our parts beforehand, and that's kind of how because we're all in different cities, we can't really get together to jam. So
That's a big fucking bee.
often, that is a big bee, like a wasp. What we'll do is we'll all individually practice for months beforehand, just nailing our parts down, and then we'll come together. Like for this tour, we had three jams, all together in the same room. But that's like with months of, like I said, individual practicing.
Oh,
So we
nice.
all know our stuff, and then we get there, and it's just like everyone knows their parts, and we can just go through it as a unit and ensure that all the pieces are working, like with gear and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
So
So on that note, because time is of the essence,
Cool.
especially for me these days.
no worries.
Let's not get into it.
It's all okay.
What do you guys want to plug? I've been on your guys' website. It's fucking awesome. Want to give a shout out to...
Yeah, let's plug something. You can check us out on our social media at Cliffside Official, pretty much everywhere on Facebook, Instagram. We haven't made it to the TikTok game yet. We're not quite sure if we want
Me
to
neither.
sell our souls and do the dances and stuff like that. I just want to do music, man.
On TikTok.
But yeah, you can go check out our website, cliffsideofficial.com. After tour, whatever merch is left over, if there is any left over, is going to go on there, and we'll be making sure to let people know. Shipping available in the US and Canada only for now. But yeah, other than that, be on the lookout for some exciting things in the new year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to your guys' show tonight at the Globe in my hometown in Nanaimo, BC, that is. And thanks for doing the show, guys. High five.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Boom.
Appreciate it so much.
Till next time. Adios. Y'all are off the East Van Dan Show. Peace. Cool.
Sweet.